Welcome to Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name's Darius. It's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy B Writing on all socials.
This is our What's on Our Mind segment. We kind of go around the pop culture universe, our other musings or observations throughout the week. We'll start it off with Jordan. Was it Breezy Bowl? Was
Yeah.
in Raleigh, North Carolina last night, actually. Dating the segment already. How was the show, man?
It was fucking fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Actually, it was a
Fantastic and a lot of fun. All right, we're getting
yeah.
coming off the bat. All right.
Yeah, it was a 4 hour show. Because of
Did he
traffic,
have
I'm sure you heard it.
openers?
Yeah, so he has Bryson Tiller on as the opener for all one of his openers for all the tours. And then he switches off with Summer Walker and Janae Aiko for certain dates. So
Okay.
last night was Janae's date. The traffic was absolutely insane. I'm sure you heard about that on the socials
Uh,
or whatever.
I hadn't, but that's to be expected for a stadium show. And
Yeah,
Raleigh does not have good transportation traffic infrastructure, so it makes
no,
sense.
and they're getting lit up for that.
Yeah.
So I left I'm like 10, 15 minutes from from the arena. It took me from the time I left my house to the time I like got into the actual stadium. I think it was about 2 hours.
Wow.
So yeah. So
All
like
stadium traffic?
yeah, yeah, there was nothing else going on. Like literally, it was the point where the police were out there, like they're everywhere, obviously all around the area, and like they had an intercom. They were like, "Parking at the arena is closed. Make a left in here to just park near the fairgrounds."
Yeah. Did
Um,
did you miss any of the show?
yeah, I did actually. I saw all of Chris's set.
Okay.
I completely missed Bryson Tiller's set, which I was upset about because I'm a big Bryson Tiller fan. And he just dropped a dope double album that I've been spinning a lot. Um,
Is he does R&B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't or Exchange. Those are two of his bigger ones. He
Yeah.
sings the hook on not the hook, but he sings on Wild Thoughts with Rihanna from the Khaled album.
I already wasn't high on the new R&B guys.
Hmm.
But we'll get to this later with D'Angelo passing.
Yeah.
These new dudes stink. I'm tired of pretending this is anything other. Like they can't. These new dudes stink, and we're grading them on a curve because we want to
Yeah.
listen to something. But none of them
Right.
are any good. Not Givian, not the Mutt guy, not
Whoa,
Bryson
whoa,
Tiller.
whoa. Leon
They
Thomas, you
all
bugging. Leon Thomas,
stink.
you
They
bugging.
stink. They cannot
That's
write
crazy.
music. They write like eighth graders.
Tiller got a pin.
They half of them cannot sing.
You don't like
They
Leon Thomas? I'm blown away by that.
they all stink. We
Did you
grade
hear
them
his
on a
whole
curve.
album?
We grade them on a yeah. I listened to it. It's terrible.
I can't believe this. What?
We grade them on a curve because we just want something
That's
to be
crazy.
good. We just want some R&B to be good, so we grade them all on a curve. The guy from Britain is okay. Um,
Guy from Britain.
who sings Without You?
Without you?
Um,
You mean Sam
anyways,
Smith?
no, hell no.
Oh,
Hell no.
without you. Huh. I don't know who the fuck that is. I mean, I'm sure I know who it is. Lucky Day is really good. I don't know if you listen to him or not. He's really,
Nope.
really good. What?
Uh, Elmine,
Oh, El Mean.
Elmine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
El Mean. Yeah, he's tough.
he's
He's
good.
incredible.
Um,
He's up there, for sure. I don't know why he's not bigger, actually. Yeah, he's incredible. Yes, I missed all of Tiller's set. I got walked in there towards the end of Janae's set. From what I heard, she was really good, but obviously I'm walking around the arena to actually get inside, so I only heard her about two or three songs actually like watching her perform. Um, yeah, so she was good, and like here's how you know the shit was like super packed. Like I walk into the section and I look and I'm like, okay, I don't even think there's a seat wherever my seat is supposed to be. And there was like the ushers and shit, and I was like, what do I do? And he's just like, just sit anywhere you can find a seat, just
okay.
wherever. It's a free for all. Like we don't care.
I didn't realize Chris Brown was a stadium artist. Is this some sort of special thing? Is it like I don't
What do you mean a special thing? Like
like is he always a stadium artist? Because I could have sworn he was an arena artist before this tour.
I think he's been doing mostly arenas. I think before he launched this tour, he did some shows in fuck, I can't remember what country he was in. I want to say it was either somewhere in the Caribbean or I think maybe somewhere actually, maybe in South Africa, I want to say. And it was like a big arena, and it was, I think that was kind of almost like a short-term residency to like prepare and practice for the actual arena tour that he's doing right now. So I think it is pretty new actually, because he's, as far as I know, he's been doing just arenas as opposed to stadiums. But packing out a stadium by yourself with, I mean, Janae's big, but like they're not, it's
No,
not like Kendrick and
it's by
SZA. Yeah, it's
himself.
not
People were buying
like
tickets to see
right.
Chris Brown.
Correct. Yeah, like Kendrick and SZA, they're both Kendrick and SZA are both up here, so like you could they kind of need each other in a sense. But like to sell out an arena by yourself, or stadium rather by yourself is incredible. Um, that shit was packed wall to wall, no pun intended. Um, he comes out there. He came out there around I want to say like 8:30, something like that, and he literally did a 2.5 hour. He didn't do the shit where you just walking around and they're just holding the mic out for the fans.
Yeah.
Like he had full choreography for every song. He had a DJ play in between sets, and he'd come out and sing songs that were on the set list at times. Like he was, I don't know if you've seen any of the footage. He's like got on wires. He's up in the air flipping and shit. Like he was up near like the scoreboard damn near at one point. It was
I
an
mean,
incredible show.
he's probably one of the last generations of artists that actually were developed and weren't just like,
Literally, that's what I thought during the show.
found on YouTube and, told they can sing. And they
Right.
can't.
Yeah, his
Uh,
mic was on the entire time. It was him singing. Um, I don't know how he had the energy to do that just with 3 straight hours. Like he was never hoarse. He sang every word. At points he was singing a cappella. Um,
what was his opening song?
uh, what was it? I think it was I want to say it was Party.
Okay. What was his closing song?
He closed with what's the song from the Doublemint commercial? Forever.
Oh, I like that
The
song.
yeah,
Um,
the one from the office scene.
very, very stadium. Uh,
Yes, yes.
did what song was your favorite song and which song got the biggest pop?
My favorite song that he performed, huh? I would probably say, hmm, I'd probably say, I mean, I got to go with the classic. Yo, excuse me, miss. I
Yeah.
mean, that's timeless. That's one of the songs he popped off with. So that one probably was my favorite song that he performed, and then the song that everybody like the second that he started singing it, everybody went
Mm.
nuts was Residuals because that was the one song that it went viral where he has the mic come down from above and he's just standing there, no choreography, just straight singing in the mic, old school shit,
I have
and
honestly
he
never heard
killed
that
that.
song. Is it the I would take all them with me or is
Um, I, it's like tell me who's getting all my love, who's getting all my time. Um,
well, I mean,
uh,
I'd play it, but we probably couldn't even post it because
right
it's
about to say yeah, the
copyright
licensing
protected.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll
You've
listen to it
probably
later.
heard
But
it.
yeah, I'm certain I
Um,
have. I just don't. I
yeah.
haven't listened to new Chris Brown in probably since
hmm
the CD with the CD. Damn, dated myself. The album with Ayo on it.
Oh, was that Fan of a Fan with
Yeah.
Tyga? I
So
want to
that's
say,
probably the
yeah,
last full length project of his I listened to.
yeah.
Um,
Um, it's funny you bring that up because I was hanging out with some friends at a kickback a couple weeks ago, and we were talking. I think the one just in terms of just we're talking just music here, obviously, the one biggest knock on Chris Brown is that he doesn't have like a classic album.
yeah.
And we've talked about it, it's like because he's so uh he kind of swung the pendulum in terms of like adapting to the streaming era where he started doing the double albums like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Hold on. He has hold on. Which one has damage on it? Did he play damage
Um,
by the way?
yeah, he did.
Exclusive is a
Um,
classic. I think so. Um,
I'd say exclusive, or I'm not gonna hold you. Fame was fire. Like that album was
one would
incredible.
look at me now on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me now. Minute
Um,
or wet the bed. She ain't you.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Deuces.
Deuces. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to
Yeah,
revisit
three
it before I
times.
labeled it a classic, but
She
I
ain't
don't.
you. No bullshit. Yeah, that
I
album was
mean,
fire.
at worst, you got 7 hits. You
Oh
just
yeah, for
rattled off.
sure.
So
I'm just saying, like in terms of no skips.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in a while to say that there's no skips.
Yeah, that's all I mean. Like, I'd say to be have a for a classic album, you gotta like one skip maximum, and that's what I mean when I say that. Because even his first album and his second album, what was the second album title? Was that was exclusive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the first
It
album
was
was
self-titled.
self-titled and then
Yeah,
exclusive. Yeah. So, but
yeah,
I mean, you have to understand that. I mean, Chris and I are probably the same age. So when he pops, he's doing a lot of teen pop, a lot of girl-friendly music. And I'm super
right,
tough, only listened to rap guy, teenager at the time. So I really wasn't checking
correct.
for a
Yeah.
lot of his stuff.
Okay, I feel you.
So,
Yeah, I
I
was
have to
in.
revisit it, but I did like a lot
Mhm.
of his music and,
Yeah, for sure,
you know,
absolutely.
but I mean, he just did a
Um,
2.5 hour set. Uh,
yeah, and it's usually 3 hours, but I think because it's probably whatever shit just runs late sometimes, it would have been a 3 hour set. But yeah, yeah, for me, I think I was in eighth grade when he broke through. Uh, so it was before like being tough was super important at that time period. So I think like Pop In and Run It was like were super huge, and so we all loved those songs. And that was also like the Crump era too, like so he kind of came like right on the cusp of that like R&B rap fusion time period. Um, but no, this dude has some fucking hits. Like I know that's obviously like obvious, but the fact that he like did sets where it was like I'm gonna do like my introspective like R&B set for like 30 minutes. Then he did like the pop EDM era for like 30 minutes. He did, the shit for the girls, obviously. He did the thing where he brought a girl on stage, where
there
he had the
was
little
back
couch
when
out.
Versus was popping, people were saying he could who he would row against, and he said, "Listen, man, I would win with just my features. Like like
He
I
really
got
could, like dead
like
ass.
just my features, I could win a Versus. Like honestly the platform is beneath my catalog.
It really is.
Yeah, and some people, yeah, because it's like your top 20 songs, but I got 100.
That's most people's whole
So,
career. Yeah,
like
correct.
it's like so
Exactly.
you can't really. I'd have to be up against somebody with a deeper catalog to really get there because my top 20 is not. I could do my
Correct.
second pair of 20 and do. I got three different verses without repeats. So,
Exactly.
um,
I think the only person in terms of just like depth of music that could compete with him in the verses is Drake because they both release music at such a rapid rate
yeah,
that
well, they just do two
that'd be
different
the
things.
only one. True.
Um,
That's true too.
you have to well the thing of verses was you were pitting people who were thematically similar.
Right.
And so I don't think that, I mean, you have to do, I mean, he was in a weird lane where he didn't really have any peers. We had Usher
Yeah.
for a while, then Usher cooled off and sort of handed him the
The
baton.
crown.
And then, I mean,
It's just been him.
everyone else has stunk since then. So, you know, like I said earlier, man, I
He
try,
really is the last R&B star
yeah.
of our era because like even the guys like maybe that you're not big fans of like they either like can't sing live or they can't dance or they don't do interviews or they don't drop music often or they all have one like but they don't do this kind of thing about them. um and he does everything. He checks all the boxes, which again goes back to like label development or artist development and like labels actually taking the time to put into an artist, which just doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, he's just old. He's just an old school superstar.
Yeah,
Like they don't make a lot of them, and there was no Chris Brown before Chris Brown either, so it's hard to really compare the guys.
correct. Yeah,
You know,
Mario had a run for a little bit. I mean, B2K was big, obviously, but they're a group. Um,
it's just a different thing. It's just
yeah,
no one. He was
he's in a class of his own.
in a class of his own. I mean, he was a pop star, an R&B
Hmm.
singer.
He can rap.
He's a pop star,
Well,
R&B singer.
comparative to other R&B artists, and he's better than some rappers. I'm not even gonna hold you like
Uh, he put on a great show. I was kind of upset. I didn't. I mean, I'm not a go to a Chris Brown concert type dude. But
Yeah.
was it a solo move or did you meet people there or how'd you do that?
Um, yeah, I tried to get with some friends and sit with them, but on it, like it was so packed, there was just no way to get to them or get a ticket near them. Yeah, by the way, Ticketmaster, y'all gotta fix y'all shit because they would be like, oh, the price for this section is Like 250. Cool. I'm about to buy the ticket. It goes up to 700. Okay. How'd that happen? And then Ticketmaster, I don't know if it crashed or what the fuck happened the other day, but I know some people who had hard time actually getting the ticket itself, so I had to go through StubHub. Um, but yeah, pretty much everybody I knew was there. Everybody was all over the arena, so it was kind of hard to coordinate. But I got up with a couple people after the show to hang out. So that was fun.
Did y'all go out or just kept it local?
Yeah, I just kept it local because I mean it was basically midnight by the time anyone got out of the traffic. So I just went to Bada down the street and just hung out there. Because I left the show a little bit early. I left towards the middle of the his last song, so I still had crazy traffic, but it wasn't as bad as other people. I knew people who sat in there for like an hour before they even got out of the arena pretty much. Um, Even at the bar, like it was empty, and then it got full because everybody that left the Chris Brown show wanted to go do something after the show.
There's a bar across the street that happens all the time after the show. It's
Hmm.
people wait out, either come in there for a drink to wait out the traffic or just
Yeah,
that's really what they do. Like it's like if I'm gonna sit for an hour in my car or sit for an hour at the bar across the street, I might as well just be at the bar across the street where
correct.
there's
Yeah,
food, drinks, and a bathroom.
yeah. I literally didn't think about that till afterwards. I literally was sitting at the bar after the show, and I was like, "Shit, I should have went there."
Yeah.
And then one of the girls we know that works there posted like, "Hey, come through if you're gonna go to the show." And I was like, "I wish I'd seen this 5 hours ago."
The no, that's really all I had. That was all my questions. You got anything else about the show?
Um,
Why did do Raleigh and
man,
not Charlotte?
I don't know. Yeah, that I don't know. I wonder. I mean, maybe it was something with like I don't know the traffic in Charlotte with that level of crowd. I don't even know how that would have been feasible to be honest with you.
I mean, that ain't his problem to deal with.
No, I know.
No, I mean it's probably those booking those things. Did the Panthers play at home
Yeah,
yesterday Sunday?
that might have been it.
That's
That might have been
that. I
it.
mean, if that's the
Yeah, let me
case, then
see.
that's probably the issue.
Yeah, they probably. I want to say they were at home. Um,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't
yeah, I
turn the
think they were at
field
home
over
yesterday.
that fast. So
Right. Not with that
that,
setup. No, not with that setup. Absolutely not. Um,
yep, that's the issue. Sunday, October 12th, the Panthers were at home. So because of that, Raleigh got Chris Brown.
yep. Um, I would say like honestly, the one thing I thought most when I was just watching the show, well, first of all, it was a like great spectacle. It was everything you would want to see at a star of his caliber put on that kind of show. Honestly, the more I thought was just all I thought the thought that went through my mind the most was I can't imagine how many hours like they spent like doing the choreography and everything because there's literally outfit changes for like damn near every three, four, five songs. He's not in the back for 30, 45 minutes like some artists do, you know. Um, he's got the wires and shit that he's wearing. He was wearing a like a LED shoulder pads that would change designs and logo based on the song. And he had the stages that were lit up with the LED shit. And um, I would have paid to see like just the rehearsals and
Yeah.
just kind of how they put together what they're gonna do for what song and things of that nature, just as the creative. But yeah, man, I like that show. Like we're in the age now where a lot of the people we grew up with are retiring or not as great as they used to be, and it's just great to see somebody that we grew up with still be at the top of their game 20 years later.
Yeah. I mean, he's not even 40. So, I mean, his
Right.
musical output has gotten worse, but that's just, the top doesn't last forever, pause.
Correct.
And so, I mean, I mean, the money's probably good if he's doing stadiums. He could
Yeah.
probably, take a couple years off, do it again with the same exact set, and people would still show up.
Correct.
So,
Yep.
add a couple new songs here and there. But I mean, Usher just toured last year. It was arenas, not
Hmm.
stadiums, and it was all. I mean, he dropped an album, and none of those songs even made the set list.
Oh, well, good
So
because that album was trash,
big
and I love
trash.
Usher. That album sucked. It broke my
Uh,
heart for that album to be so bad the day of his Super Bowl.
that followed by that I thought was quite mediocre Super Bowl halftime show performance. But he went. I mean, he went on tour after that and sold out every show. So, and I
Yep.
heard that my sister went to see him in Charlotte and said it was
Oh yeah.
fantastic. So,
Yeah, I
um,
would have loved to have went to the Vegas residency, but I'm sure that was a crazy, crazy ticket price.
Yeah, it was. Any closing remarks on this concert? Would you recommend other people to go? I mean, that's an obvious question at this point, but
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Worth every penny. There's not a dull moment. There's no point where you like are like, damn, I kind of wanna head out. Like if you even thought about like stepping towards the stairs, he was gonna play another song that you wanted to hear. Um, and that's the best way to
did
describe a
you
good
know
set list
all
to
the
me.
songs that he played?
Pretty much, yeah. I think there was maybe three or four that I didn't know because he played some like old mixtape shit. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess just by osmosis, I'm like just. I mean, he's been around for 20 years, so
Yeah.
you just naturally hear his shit. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy his music. Um, I do wish he would make it like a concise album. Just I feel like he deserves to give the fans that, and also he deserves to have that um recognition. Just selfishly, I like to see the greats, have their moment in the sun. And obviously, he's never gonna be able to do a Super Bowl halftime show. So I feel like him having that classic, timeless album, would be a great feather in his cap.
You never know, man. America loves a redemption story, so don't take the Super Bowl off the table for him.
Well, yeah, he would be fantastic. It would be goated for
I
sure.
mean,
That would be incredible.
the elephant in the room we haven't talked about was 15 years ago, and so you add another
True.
5, 10. He's still not even 50 years old. I mean, that's not too old to do a Super Bowl, so
That's true.
it's not
Yeah, that's true.
completely off the table.
That is true.
But did you
Yeah.
see the teacher tweet about the student, or I guess it was a TikTok that I honestly didn't even watch the original TikTok because I don't even have TikTok. Did you see what happened?
No, what happened?
Okay, so a teacher had, I think it's called a Funko Pop.
Okay,
All
what's
right,
that?
it's like a doll. We'll just say a doll for the sake of the
Oh, like a
conversation.
Labubu?
A doll.
Okay.
It was like a Hello Kitty doll
Yeah.
that she had on her desk, and it came up missing.
Okay.
And she kind of knew who took it, but didn't. And so
Got you.
she was like, "You bring it back, no harm, no foul." And she gave
Okay.
them like a month to bring it back until she finally, per the TikTok, although this is mixed on if she ever actually did, ended up calling the police, filing a police report. You don't actually call 911 for
Okay.
this.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's kind of
Um,
stupid.
And there's two sides of the coin. One side saying, you know, don't call the police, and it's overly carceral. Apparently, the doll was a gift to her, and the gift, it's kind of like Jordan's, where the retail price isn't what it's actually worth. So
Got you.
like, it was like like it retails for $30, but you actually, if you wanted to buy one, would have to pay like $300.
Got you.
Because it's like something, it's like how J's are sometimes, not so much
Crazy
anymore, but
demand.
right.
Yeah.
And there's like a GOAT or StockX for these things. And so, long
Okay.
story short,
Got you.
retail 20, it's like $300 in actual value. And
Mhm.
so she files a police report, and like, the pink-haired progressives are like, you're reaching for carceral solutions to da 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 da. First of all, these are not even, these are teenagers. She teaches
Yeah.
high school seniors.
Yeah.
And other people were like, just don't steal. Like, this is, don't take things that don't belong to you. So
Yeah, I heard that in the Bible somewhere, I think.
I think it's one of the commandments. Um, Thoughts. I'm just gonna ask you the annoying athlete question. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? Both teams played hard, man. No, I don't know. I mean, just off the rip, hearing that they filed a police report does seem excessive, but based on the price of the doll or whatever trinket, um, and she did give him a month to turn it in, no harm, no foul. They could have dropped it on the desk like at lunch, and she would never known who it was. Um, I mean, I'm okay with it, and here's why I'm gonna say I'm okay with it. They're high school seniors, so they're about to be legally adults, and at a certain point, it's not just like silly hijinks anymore.
Yeah.
Because once you become 18, your actions really do have consequences, and stealing is one of those things that does have actionable consequences. Um, and I mean, if you'll steal from someone that you know, that you see, that is literally trying to impact your life on a daily basis, it's hard to say you won't steal from a stranger or a
Yeah.
store.
my
or a
first
mall
thought was
or a jeweler.
my first thought was as bad as we didn't steal from the teachers. That's just low
Yeah,
down.
stealing from the teacher, it's no, it's actually a little sociopathic. I'm not gonna hold
That's
you.
just trifling.
And they don't get paid enough already.
Yeah, I don't expect a teenager to contextualize that part, but
Fair.
um, the thing is, and I know this sounds dramatic, but
Hmm.
strong crimes, violent crimes,
Yeah,
larger crimes start with petty crimes, right?
true.
And no one starts off with armed robberies, right? It's
Yeah,
like
that's
what
no one's first crime.
happens, right? And so what happens is you commit a bunch of petty crimes, small crimes, and you become emboldened because you suffer no consequences for them because our legal
True.
system more or less just does not prosecute low level crime anymore. Um, and so what do you expect this teacher to do? She's given them a month to turn it back in.
Yeah.
I'm filling in the blanks here, but I'm certain that she's probably called a parent or two to no avail.
Yeah.
That part I don't know for sure. That's me editorializing.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like I don't know, calling the police. I literally the only time I've ever called the police was for an insurance report. Like I literally needed to call. I needed a report for my insurance. So I am not someone
Yeah.
who's inclined to call the police, but
Right.
someone stole her shit and like like I'm not gonna sit up here and wag my finger at her when her property was
Yeah.
stolen and you don't get to choose how someone reacts to you stealing their shit.
So you doing some shit to them, yeah.
She was minding her business. Then I saw people was like, well, like I tell my kids don't bring valuables to school because they might get stolen. So why didn't she think that? And it's like I just refuse to cede the public space to thieves. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
just going to
yeah.
accept that we
Right.
all have to bend our behavior because someone
To
might steal.
criminals. Yeah.
Right? Like, no, no,
Like
no. We remove criminals from society so that we can be normal.
correct. And not to like dramatize this obviously, but that sounds a lot like don't wear a dress, don't wear a short skirt, like that kind of shit, you know?
Correct. It's like you don't cede the public square to the antisocial people. You remove the
Correct.
antisocial people from
Social
the
people.
public square. I should be
Yeah.
able to
Um,
wear what I want, bring what I want, put whatever I want on my desk because it's not yours.
correct. Yeah.
You know it's not yours.
It's like you don't stop eating sweet foods to keep the ants out your house. You get repellent to keep the ants away.
Correct. Like you don't like they knew it was not theirs.
Yeah.
And you don't take things that don't belong to you.
And I'm gonna assume the teacher was like, "Yo, this thing means a lot to me. Can somebody please just give it back?"
Correct. Like the old I'm gonna go to the bathroom. If it's on my desk when I get back, I'll never bring it up
Yeah,
again.
no harm, no
Like
foul.
like and just I can't listen, I'm not like first of all, the teacher was black, right?
Yeah,
But for obvious reasons, making a TikTok, she didn't give any character identifying characteristics of the
correct.
students
Yeah,
because and
the
so everyone
students.
was like, "You calling the police on a black child?" No one even said the child was black. You
That's
just
true.
like,
You heard thief and thought that.
that's racist in and of itself that you just assumed the
Facts.
thief was black.
Literally.
Um,
Stop
and
locking them
it's
black kids up.
yeah, it was like, wait a minute,
Because what
no
if they
one
have
said the
blonde
child was
hair and blue
black.
eyes? Yeah.
And first of all, if it's a Funko Pop, we don't even know what those are. That might have been a
Yeah.
one.
I also don't. I'm about to Google that right now because I don't know what the hell that is. Pop.
No, listen. I am not
Oh,
inclined to
oh, I've
call.
seen those. I didn't know what they were called. Okay.
Listen, I am not inclined to call the police. But
Yeah, those things are hard
I'm
to
not
get.
going
Yeah.
to. If she called a parent, that's probably would have been. If I was a teacher, that probably would have been the route I took. Because I was following
Hmm.
another teacher on Twitter, and she was like, one of the students like threw one of my. I think it's like a male teacher, like
Hmm.
one of his students threw his phone out the window and broke it. And
What?
and he called the parents and was like, "I'm gonna send you an invoice. Either you can pay it or we can go to small claims court." And she was like, "The parents paid that invoice." And like,
Yep.
like
That's some crazy shit. It'd be
um,
shit like that where when I see like a teacher hit a student, I'm like, they probably had it coming.
right. And not to say I co-sign teachers hitting students, but
No, of course, of course.
um, it's just like teachers are people too. and they have
Yeah.
things that they want too, and they can feel violated too. And we are a nation of laws. And
Yeah.
while I would not have called the police on it, something of, I mean, $300 is not, I wouldn't call significant value, but it ain't $0.
It's
It
not
ain't like, it
nothing.
ain't like they stole her favorite pencil, you know, like,
Right.
and like, I'm not gonna wag my finger at her for, she's probably fed up. She probably is really disappointed in them because she gave them the opportunity to return it
Correct.
and they didn't. And what do you want her to do? Just people were like, well, you need to just hold that L. And I'm like, that's not the world I
No,
want to
fuck
live
that.
in.
First of all, teaching financially is already holding an L, number
Yeah.
one. Number two, the shit that's in those classrooms that the kids use for free every day, the teachers probably bought those
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. So to just like justify stealing valuable shit from a teacher is just no good way. There's just that's just wrong to me.
It's just I refuse to cede public spaces to the antisocial for
Right.
some like progressive anti-carceral. Like I am not Mr. I don't want the child dragged out to Angola. But
Right.
like that's not what the cops are gonna do. You
Yeah.
file a police report, you do a little scared straight, like you like let
You
them
give it back
know.
to them. Maybe you get like a week's detention or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
like
ISS,
make the
whatever.
parents pay it back, something like you. But no, it's okay to put a little fear in these kids. These weren't 5-year-olds.
Right.
The real
They're
world
about
is
to go
right
to the
around the
real world.
corner. Yeah, like and it's time to learn that there are consequences for the things you do. Because if you get away with stealing a doll, the next week it's someone's watch. The next week it could be
Hmm.
someone's car because no one's ever
Someone's
told you this is
phone.
wrong. People have told you it's
Yep.
wrong, but they haven't showed you it can like what can happen when you
Correct.
do wrong things. And so
And again, grand theft is what? Just $1,000, right?
I think $500.
Oh, is it 500? I thought it was a
Yeah.
thousand. Okay.
It's because
A lot of things cost just five, not just, but cost $500. You know what I'm saying? Like that threshold is not
I tell people
a
all the
very
time,
fine
be careful
line.
breaking people's phones because that's over the threshold for a felony.
Correct.
Like,
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, will a detective run you down? No, but like
No.
technically speaking, you are committing a felony when you go to smashing someone's phone.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't keep if you know you didn't pay for it and it's not yours, don't take
Correct.
it. And I believe at 16, 17 years old, you should either have learned that lesson or it's time to learn that lesson.
Yes.
All right, so you are the podcast resident Joe Budden listener viewer.
Yeah.
There was some controversy. I only saw the clips. I saw the iconic
Yeah.
line. You use tricky words. No, I use regular
No,
words
use
that are
regular
tricky
words.
to
That's
you.
tricky to you.
A
That was
bar.
the most respectful ether I've ever heard in my fucking life. Oh my God. And you know he's been waiting to say that to Flip for forever.
I think that was off the cuff, but I think the sentiment
Oh
was
no, for
brilliant.
sure. But yeah,
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
so you want to give the people a recap of what happened?
Yeah, so on the Joe Budden pod, Marc Lamont Hill is on there now, and he was arguing with Queenzflip, who does like a lot of skit and reaction content, and they were arguing. So what happened before that was so they asked someone made it seem like Mark had like said like I want to be paid more, and if you have to lower their salaries to do it, I'm okay with that. That's not what he said. He said I want to be paid more. Whatever you need to do that, please do it.
I
And
mean,
they
that's six
well,
in one
that's not.
hand, half a dozen in the other.
But he wasn't. He literally never said that. He wasn't saying it like that. He's just saying if you can budget it, please budget that for me, whatever.
When
And
you
so I think,
say when you know it's a pool, let's say that it's a pool of money, $1 million.
yeah,
Joe Budden
yeah,
is like, this is my salary, $1 million.
yeah,
And he's like, Mark Lamont Hill, yours is 200. And he's like,
yeah,
well, I want 250. And he's like, well, the pool is 1 million and I've already allocated it. And you go, I
yeah.
don't care what you got to do. I want my 250. Mark Lamont Hill has a PhD. He
Yeah,
understands zero sum games. He understands
of
plus and
course.
minuses. He knows
Yeah.
he was saying, I don't care how you got to get it. I want
Yeah, right.
it.
But
Which
but then someone also was like, what happened before that conversation? Also, somebody on the pod, J1, Jadakiss' son, he's a guest host on there sometimes. And he basically was like, well, who do you think should get paid the least? And like, Mark was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to dictate what people make. I just saying I want more.
yeah.
That whatever. Um, and then they were having an argument, and Flip just basically tries to call like Mark a kiss ass for like engaging with the fans, and Mark's like, that's our job to like promote the show and engage with the fans, like whatever. And then he's like, so I don't really know what you're alluding to here, basically. And then there you go with the tricky word. You're trying to trick me, whatever.
Alluding was the word?
Yes. Yes.
That was the tricky word,
Yes,
alluding.
that was a tricky word. He's like, you use tricky words, and then that's he goes, no, I use regular
That's
words. They're
three
just tricky to you.
syllables.
Yes, yes. By the way, so I've watched the clip like 5 times
Alluding.
just
Let
for
me make sure. Yeah.
you just for like when like you watch funny shit, you look at a different person's reaction every time you watch it.
Yeah.
So you go back and I go back and watch it, and Mark's like, no, I use regular words. It's just tricky to you. And if you watch Ice's face, and he's just like, you know he wants to laugh. He just goes, no, not Ice, Ish. Ish is just like
That's
he's
funny
just
as hell.
like,
The word was alluding.
yes,
Oh
yes.
my God.
And
That's funny as hell, man.
he didn't say like he didn't break out no SAT words or nothing, you know. Um,
He could have said
and then
insinuating, and that means the same thing. But I could have
right,
understood if he would have been
he
like,
probably thought
"What
insinuating
that
was too
mean?"
hard for him to, and and then he's like, no,
I've been there.
like
I definitely
whatever.
dumb down the words I use depending on the
Yes,
audience. So not the
correct.
dumb down is the wrong words. Adjust is a better word.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah, in customer service, we used to call that personality flexing, you know.
correct.
And so they get into the argument, whatever. And then he's like, I feel like you be doing that. It's sucker shit. And I guess I don't know if that's a Philly thing or that's just like a trigger word. But Mark was just like, yo, don't ever call me that again. Don't ever say that shit to me again. And he kept doing it. And he's like, no, I'm not saying you're a sucker, whatever. He's like, but it's the same thing as pussy and bitch, like to me. Like, don't say that to me again. And then Flip like leans forward. And then if I don't know if you watched the part where Ish pulls his hoodie down because he's like it's coming over, it's like rolling up his back.
Yeah, I hear his
But he
ass
said he was
crack
trying to
is
hold him
always
back.
out.
Yes. But somebody was like, they talked about it today on the pod that dropped today, and Ish was like, "No, I was just trying to hold him back." And
No, you weren't. Like with this, maybe because like I've been like he knows the cameras are on, so he's
yeah,
trying to like a quick tug, like, hey, reel
correct,
it in.
correct. Yes.
But you
By
weren't
the way,
holding him back. You were trying to
by the
get
way,
him to
you
reel in.
and so correct. I don't. It looked like that to me too. Joe Budden said the same thing. He was like, I was arguing with my girl, and we argued for 20 minutes. Like, was he covering his ass crack, or was he trying to stop him from fighting?
Well, I like let's say me and you are on The View. That's one of the shows, right?
Right. Yeah.
360 cameras on the like. I'm not going to, and I feel
They're
like
everywhere.
you're about to say something that's going to get us canceled, for lack of a better word. I
Correct.
wouldn't say, "Hey, stop! You're going to get us canceled." I'd
Right,
be
right.
like, I would like try to nudge you or something, and I'm thinking
hmm
that's what he was trying to do.
I think that's what he was trying to do.
Um,
But yeah, so then he Flip, he's very animated. He stood up, and that's when Mark was like, "Yo, what the fuck is like? What
yeah,
is wrong
I
with
saw
you?"
that. Which that's universal. That's not just a Philly
Correct.
thing.
That's yes, yes.
If we're both sitting down and we're
And we're
exchanging heated
arguing.
words, and you stand up, that is an escalation of events. Like,
Correct. That is an escalation. Because now I gotta stand up.
correct, and you just like the temperature's already rising and you standing up, you're telling me you're trying to take this from a verbal altercation to a
Correct.
physical
Yeah,
altercation.
like literally, yes. Yeah, that's and then if you take a step closer, it's over. Like,
That's I
and
mean
Mark's
I
like,
mean,
let's just go outside and talk.
are we podding?
No,
Or are we
fuck that.
talking? Are we
We talk
podding? Or are we
behind him.
talking? So let me ask you this:
No, fuck that.
Did you ever watch the Levitar show? I've since quit, but have do you did you watch
Yeah,
it?
he's gotten really annoying lately. But yeah, I watched it all the time. I used to watch it
Uh,
like every day in college.
so a lot of the turmoil on camera was a bit. It wasn't like
Right.
it may have been like rooted in some sort of real issue,
Truth.
but like
Yeah.
most of it was playing up for the cameras because they know conflict sells. Do you think this is a bit? Do
Correct.
you think like you think when the cameras like there's conflict, but
hmm
like they know what they're it's show business, baby. Like you know,
I think I think it was I think they were I think it was a bit up until he said sucking.
yeah,
Because to Mark heard that a different way, and also that's why I sent you a couple clips because like in context, Flip everybody has had a big blow up with Flip at some point on the show. Like
yeah.
that's just a thing. I'm not saying he's some antagonistic guy at all. He's really a nice guy,
He's
but
what I can gather. He's the show's court jester, right?
correct,
Okay,
yes. But he also will like act like you ever been around somebody who's like they're not like actually disrespectful to you,
yeah,
but you can tell they like think they're like the realest nigga ever,
yeah. Especially
and
when women get
it's
around and they just start huffing and
yeah.
puffing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that. And I think also there's a lot of there was I think personally, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just watching the show and being an observant person, I feel like at times there's some resentment towards Mark on behalf of some of the other podcast members for different reasons. I mean, I think he had a great rapport with Melissa Ford. That I think that dudes feel when a girl likes a guy, it's like feels comfortable around a guy, that sort of thing. And
What happened to her?
I have no fucking idea. She just like isn't on there anymore. And I thought she was like, I think she was sick at one point or something. Or she posted a picture like in a hospital bed or something. So I don't know. But she's since been doing other episodes of her own pod. So I think it's over because now they have Mona on there, the girl from the Don't Call Me White Boy podcast or whatever. So
Are they only allowed one
um
woman to speak at a time, or is there
I
is there like a
guess
law or
so.
something? Why is there they just swap the woman
Yeah,
out?
they really do have a token girl every time. I don't know. Well, when Mel was on the podcast,
They
she
have
she
defined
said,
roles that she that needs they need a
well,
woman on the show.
they had actually wanted more than one woman to be on the show, but Melissa didn't want them to have another girl on the show. So
That is
I
often the
don't know.
reason. Well, the Breakfast
Yeah,
Club pulled it off with two, but it was shaky there for a
yeah,
while.
it was, and they actually have a great rapport now, which I like. So that one actually works perfectly. But yes, I don't know what happened exactly with that. But then also like there's Mark is obviously more educated. I think it's just between education and intelligence, but I do also think he's the most intelligent person on the show. Um, Everybody has their area of expertise on the show for different subjects, but if you're gonna ask me, I'd say he's the smartest guy on the show, and I think that can breed resentment among men, especially because men are competitive and men have egos, and
You can't really BS getting a PhD. There's a difference between
yeah,
education and intelligence. But once you get PhDs are hard, man. You can't
yeah,
really bullshit that. I you,
correct.
you it's I'm certain someone somewhere has, but
Hmm.
you're dealing with real deal academics who ain't just passing you because they like your
No,
mom. Like this is real deal
right.
shit at that level. So,
Yeah. He's written
Volani flunked
books.
out of grad school. He was going for an
Oh wow, I
economics
didn't know that.
PhD. Yeah, before he got into sports, he said because he skipped a grade, like literal like high
Yeah.
IQ kid, and he was
Hmm.
like graduated early, went to college. That shit was easy. I could just party, hose, whatever.
Yeah.
Master's degree, that shit was easy. Party, hose, whatever.
Hmm.
PhD hit me like just smacked me. It's just different.
Yeah.
Like you're
I
dealing.
believe it.
Granted, he was going for economics, which is hard
Yeah,
even
about to
for a
say,
PhD.
did
But
you ever
he's
take any
like,
econ classes in school?
no, no.
I took a couple classes in college. I had to for my major. Woo, my GPA took a hit that semester.
Yeah, it's
That
it's
shit is
just
no joke.
yeah. It's just to say everyone like it's just a lot happen English. It happens in law school too, where
Yeah.
people you get there and you're like, oh, everyone's smart here because the top 10% of all the regular schools go to law
Are
school,
here.
and
Yeah.
it's like PhD is a step even beyond that. It's just different.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
it's a lot like sports where the worst player in the NBA would run your pickup game. I just would drop
Right.
40.
Correct. They
It's
would bust your
just
ass.
so. In conclusion, have they made peace? Are they cool? Is there still tension on the set? What's going on?
Yeah, so I was listening to the pod today. I haven't finished the episode yet, but yeah, I think they're all good. They literally were like laughing about it today. Like, Mark was saying that he's like, I got a lot of calls and texts about it, and he goes, I got cussed out so many times because people were like, like you're better than that behavior, basically, Um, and also I think it was hilarious where, there's obviously the common, not common, but people say like Mark is too good to be on the pod and things of that nature. And so it's a running joke on the show. And they were laughing about it. Joe was like, they've been saying they probably think we contaminated you. You're up here with these gorilla monkey drug dealer niggas, and now you're up here acting like the savage or whatever.
Too good to be on the most popular podcast in America.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Well,
I mean, I think
that's
people are just so obsessed with like not us obsessed, but people are accustomed to seeing you one way, and that becomes your brand or how people see perceive you. And people perceive it as going from CNN to like the Nicopod as like a step down, basically. I'm not saying it's the Nicopod, but that's how
well,
some people perceive it.
by any objective measures, audience increases going from
Correct.
CNN, which is like I don't know, a couple 100,000 viewers a show, to whatever Joe
Right.
Budden's
To however
millions.
many millions he's getting now.
At least a number one in hip hop media podcasts.
Hmm.
I think top 10 in general. So,
Yeah.
Insecure. We're gonna double barrel your topic again, insecure viral TikTok.
Mhm.
I am not on TikTok, so explain to the people what happened.
Yeah, so is it TikTok or Twitter? Maybe both. I can't remember. But I feel like there's been a lot of like revision, not revisions, but people like go back and rewatch the show because it's one of the most bingeable shows ever. It's a lot of our people's comfort show. And a girl went back and watched the show, and she posted a picture of Issa with Daniel, Issa with Lawrence, and Issa with Nathan, and she was like, growing up is realizing that she shouldn't have been with any of these guys. She should have just like I guess been ended the show with someone new or just like by herself. I think it's interesting. Also, I mean, I don't agree with it because one, I think her and Lawrence are just soulmates. I also think like this perception that like Nathan and Daniel were so much better for her than Lawrence was just because Lawrence was like broke for a couple years. I think that's insane because uh, Nathan he ghosted her for a month and moved to Houston and then tried to show up again on her birthday. And if Molly hadn't stepped in, that could have been bad. And then I don't know about you, but Daniel always gave me like abusive, mean vibes personally. Like I definitely could have saw him losing his shit and putting his hands on her. Like just the way he acted, like with the rap and she suggested like, hey, maybe like listen to the suggestions you're getting from other producers and shit like that. He would be so aggressive with her. I just didn't like that personally.
Uh, Abusive is strong, but I did not like him.
Fair. Yeah.
Um, Nathan definitely gets a pass for disappearing for a month. Not a pass from me, but a pass from generally speaking people.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who believes you can just put the mental health card on the table and all of your behavior is then excused.
And fall away from yeah, no, I'm not with that at
Right.
all.
Um, I don't believe in that at all. Like that's fine. I believe in, people having mental health issues and
Of
all that,
course.
but you're still accountable for your behavior.
Right.
You know, and
He wasn't
you
in
mean
an
to tell me,
institution.
right, and yeah, apparently he was posting on Instagram at the time during the
Right,
disappearance,
correct. That's right. He was posting on
and
Instagram.
you were so in whatever mode, whatever, you just couldn't use
Mhm.
your phone. Like that just seems
Yeah.
impossible for me to
It
believe.
takes 10 seconds to send a text.
Listen, man, I ain't never not. I have never, anytime I didn't respond, this is gonna get me in trouble. This is anytime I didn't respond to a woman, it wasn't on accident. And so
Yeah. Well, sometimes you mentally reply and don't actually hit send.
that's
That happens.
bullshit. That doesn't actually happen.
Oh, I do that every day. I do that all the time. I do actually do that all the time. But I'm
I
pretty absent
don't
minded.
believe that at all. I don't. When people say that to me, I just kind of roll my eyes. I don't really challenge them on it. But like, no, I
That's
don't believe
funny.
that because it's like a motherfucker tell you that, and then you link with them, and their phone is in their hand the whole time, and you're
That is
like,
true.
really? Like every
And
time I'm
it's
with
always
you.
those people that say they're the worst texters. It's like, nigga, I've never seen you without your phone.
No,
Ever.
I'm bad at texting. You is the silent part, and so
Yeah,
like she's terrible at texting, but every time you link with her, her phone's glued to her hand. Like that
correct.
doesn't that you
Or
don't.
she's got the flashy notification
Yeah.
too when the
So I
text
guess
come
when she
through.
gets home, she just throws her phone on the couch. That's
Yeah,
what we have to
yeah.
believe.
She's earthy. She leaves her phone in the car all day.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm Team Lawrence. I love Lawrence.
Me too. Team Lawrence all day.
I feel like there's been because I saw the still picture on Twitter. I didn't see the TikTok,
Hmm. Got you.
and so much misinformation was like he freeloaded off her for 4 years. No, that's not true. They were
Yeah,
only
I saw
together
that.
for five.
They were together for 5.
He was unemployed for like 18 months of that time. They're in
And he had
California.
savings.
He had savings at Best Buy with the girl that was
Bank
at the
Bay.
bank teller.
Yeah,
Um, and that was after the fact.
correct.
And California, I know this just being a political junkie, has the most generous unemployment benefits in the nation.
Okay.
And so I'm sure he was collecting on that plus his savings. You're just not gonna tell me he wasn't putting none on that rent. So he
Right.
wasn't living off of her. And then when he moved out, she lost that place in like 6 weeks. Like so clearly she was
Correct.
depending on him financially in some
Yes.
way or another. So he
By the
wasn't living
way,
off of her. I can't defend
exactly.
forgetting her birthday. That's a foul.
That was fucked up. That was
Nothing
bad.
I can
That
say
was
about
awful.
that.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing you can
remember
do about that.
birthdays for hoes I don't even like no more. So you're living with this woman and forgot her birthday.
Yeah.
Uh,
I will say I think it's ironic that the people they say in theory she should have been with Nathan, right? So they give him a pass for the ghosting her for a month or 2 months, whatever, for finding out he had bipolar. Lawrence was clearly dealing with depression, and they're like, and he deserved to be cheated on. Like that's really like the narrative of the show.
Um, again, I don't like it goes both ways. I do not like when people use their whatever issues they're going through to excuse the way they treat people. And he was
Hmm.
not treating Issa well.
He wasn't.
But I don't even like, it's so funny going back and watching season one and
Yeah,
how like the actor who plays him, I think his name is Jay Ellis.
yeah, Jay
It's just
Ellis.
objectively a really handsome guy. Like
Yeah,
it's hard to make him look ugly, but
look
they
a bum.
tried. They
Yeah,
really
yeah,
tried.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
every scene was poorly lit, and like they made him grow out a mustache, like a
yeah.
weird beard, and he looked in
Right.
between cuts the whole time. And I guess they just tried to make like I guess he was supposed to be dirty.
They tried
It's
to make him look
weird.
like a fat, ugly slob. It's like he was not fat or slob. Like
And he's a really
it's
handsome
just
dude,
like
and it was just
yeah,
like
like
it was just it's
he's like
really
6'4",
awkward.
bro.
Season one. And then you watch season two, and it's like someone turned on the light in the room, and he like got good lighting, and,
Yeah.
and it's like I
Right.
can see you can see the budget differences, especially
Yeah.
like Issa's hair. Like,
Correct.
season one,
Yes. Yeah.
jeez,
They tried to like I feel like they tried to do it like a glow up. Like they remember they had him like working out a lot in like season two
yeah.
and shit. It's like he obviously was in shape. He wasn't fat. Like
It's just like remember when we reviewed Set It Off, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's a bit. All of these women are like model level
Insanely
actresses,
beautiful.
but
Yes.
in real life, they would look a lot more downtrodden.
They would look. Yeah.
Because they were all like living in the projects in like
Hmm.
three to a one bedroom apartment, and they all had pearly
Right.
white teeth, fit, hair done all the
Yeah.
time, clean clothes. Like this is not
Yeah.
you have to
Makeup
say
looked good. Like
there's a beauty prerequisite for Hollywood that makes some roles
some roles
difficult to pull
unbelievable.
off, and so.
Yeah, like most rom-coms, that's why they don't work a lot of them because like that girl is clearly pretty as fuck. She can't be like the ugly friend.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel, you just put her on some glasses. That's still Zoe Deschanel.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't really work that way.
Like
But
Anne
what
Hathaway playing a nerd in Princess Diaries. Like, okay.
it just doesn't, what I think happens is people don't see Issa D, they see Issa Rae.
Right.
And like Issa Rae is just like supernova superstar,
Yeah.
A-list, B plus list, we'll say.
Yeah.
Celebrity before age 40, movie
Hmm.
leading actress, da 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 da. And they can't see Issa D for the bum that Issa D was.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
Like
that's the
Issa D
problem.
was barely employed the whole show. By the
Correct.
end, she like threw a party, and I guess that was it.
That was her success story.
A party that almost fell apart if her best friend's boyfriend didn't happen to work at a
Didn't come
record
through with
label.
Vince Staples.
And she worked for a nonprofit before that. Like
Yeah.
people just don't see Issa D for the bum that like they feel like she deserved a better man than she got.
Right.
But as a
That's a
man,
good
I could
perspective.
see what she brought to the table. I hate saying that, but like
Right.
it wasn't much. It was
Like she wasn't loaded. I don't know. Yeah, it's just yeah. She was
you
very
know,
much a not a normal girl, but like she was the girl next door, and he was the guy next door. It worked.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It just
They're both like quirky and weird in their own ways.
I love that they ended up back together. I
Me too.
love the way I wasn't crazy about season five. I didn't like the time jumps.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's hard to land a plane, and as I get older, I put less emphasis on how shows end. It's important,
yeah.
but the journey does matter, and I don't. It's hard to more shows crash land than actually land safely. So
Correct. And that it had a happy ending. I think most of the fans are okay with the ending, which is rare for a show that runs at least 5 seasons. There's several shows that I loved that I watched for a long period of time that the ending I just pretend like didn't happen. So,
I'm currently watching
um,
the last season of Abbott Elementary, and they are not landing that plane.